organization or an individual, when you donate to charity, you can actually get a tax redemption. So yeah, I encourage many organizations out there or companies to support non-profit organizations, because it's something that we take on as a passion, and a lot of resources is needed. Lots of resources needed, whether it's human resources or financial. So yeah, I really reach out to many companies and organizations out there. But I want to pick a question for someone in the audience.
Through this experience, what have you learned from like the past 3 years until here?
That's a good question. And I believe it's something that can inspire many of you, because I believe, even before I started my own organization, even before I started modeling, I used to attend a lot of events. I would just listen. I would look at the person speaking, I'm like, oh my God, I wish I had that confidence. I wish I had that strength. But one thing I can just tell you, what I've learned throughout my whole experience is that I didn't have a background in non-profit. I was just given this talent as a model. I started off as a model, did a lot of networking, a lot of shooting. I had fun, traveled. However, the passion I had, just this passion, just won't let me go to sleep. I'm thinking, what can I do to help my country, knowing the conflict and the atrocity that's happening in the Congo? How do I give back? What do I do? And I thought, okay, it's always good to start with what you have and what you know. And what did I know? Fashion. I know in the fashion industry, I can coordinate with models, designers, stylists, photographers. I can put a show together. That's what I know. And then from there, we can raise funds. And by raising the funds, we can support people. You see what I mean? And also the thing, it was terrifying, my first show, because I never done any show before. I was like, oh my God, I cried throughout the whole event. I cried. But afterward, we received the feedback. I was like, I can actually do this. And then the following year, we did it again. And then 2015, and here we are. So the experience I've learned is that we gotta be able to face our fears. And it's okay to make mistakes, and it's okay to be scared at the beginning of every project. But confidence comes the more you do it, the more you overcome your fears, the more you achieve, you get confidence. I used to have stage fright, but today I'm just like, chatterbox, stop me please. But yeah, I've learned confidence, I've learned to push, I've also learned not to accept no. Yeah. I'm gonna send 10 emails until you reply to me. I'm gonna tweet you 20 times, I'll keep hashtagging you, I'll keep tagging you until you reply. So yeah, that's what I've learned. Any other question, guys? Volunteers, why did you join us? Any other question? I have my sister here, by the way. She's a model as well, and she's been supporting every single year, following me around, modeling for the show and coming everywhere. So yeah, it's good to also have this great support, family support network. It's very, very important when you're starting a journey. So any other question?
With the success PFM's had in the annual showcases, how do you sort of remain humble? How do you keep yourself focused on what it is you're trying to do? How do you not sort of, get lost in the Lizette show? How do you sort of keep your mind on the children in Kanassa and, the mission in Congo?
Thank you so much, Anu. Anu is volunteering with us. She's helping us with our admin, and she's a law student. All right, thank you so much for that question. How do I keep myself humble? Well, I believe that when you're having a social project, or any other project, or even a career, even if a model, even between your friends and family, it is always important to be so down to earth, so you can touch people. And I believe the more you are getting the good response, and the more you're moving forward up, the more you're becoming so grateful, because it's a realization of like, when I sit back, I just see all the support that I receive, I see all the love that people give me. It humbles me automatically. I'm thinking like, oh my God, I was so scared 4 years ago to start this project, thinking that nobody's going to listen to me, nobody's going to look at me, nobody's going to support me. But as I sit back, I'm realizing every single year, all the support that I'm getting, people are opening doors, recommending me to people. How can that not really make me feel so appreciative and to continue? Because if I continue to be the way I am, then it's many, many years to come that I'm going to achieve even more. I think when you start to let success or disappointment get to your head, it affects you. So you always have to be very balanced within yourself. You always have to be very grateful. You work to send a positive energy to the universe so they can keep blessing you. And yeah, I think that's, yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay, so we know that Fashion for Motherland is entertainment based, so the fashion show, music. Do you have any other, events that you do to raise money? Anything currently or anything in the future that you're thinking of doing?
Thank you so much, Aaron, for that question, which is very, very important. And I was about to mention that, but it's kind of skipped my mind. Thank you. So yeah, as I said, 3 years ago, Fashion Motherland was mainly an organization that was just doing fashion shows every year to raise funds. But since December, we have now turned into an actual organization. Now we're going to be working to support homeless children in Kinshasa, starting with a shelter to education. It's a long process. It's a really, really huge project that's going to require time and money. So therefore, our 2017 plan is for us not only to have the annual fashion showcase in August, but to also have a calendar year where we're going to organize other small events leading up to the big events. So basically, like for instance, the 12th of April is the Street Children Day. So the 12th of April, we're going to organize something, either run for street children in the Congo, we all get our trainers and run for street children and raise funds. We're going to organize makeup, we're going to have a lot of makeup artist friends. They'll be organizing a makeup day, girls day in and have makeover and raise funds. We can organize there's many other events we plan to do throughout the year next year so that we can maximize the way for us to raise as much funds as possible, which is going to be really needed in order to build a shelter, not only to build but to manage a shelter, to manage the children, emergencies, schools, food, you name it. So it's a huge, long process, long-term project, and I'm just excited. And I'm just taking it like, because one thing too much in the future is overwhelming me and it's stressing me out. So I just take every day as they come, right now, right here, this moment, I'm sharing with you guys. And just, yeah, take it from there. Any other question?
Hi. You spoke about not letting disappointments get to your head, so have you had any major disappointments and how have you managed to overcome them and continue to where you are today?
Thank you so much. God, you've been nosy. Well, yes, as they say, success is only a small percentage that the whole world hears, but the real work is behind the scene. And even in my experience as a model, when I go to casting, we have 90% of being rejected as models. Yeah. And you only get to say yes, 10%, 15%, most of the castings you attend. But the world only see that 10% of the jobs that you do, you put it up on social media, you're traveling, but you don't know the other 10, the other 9 jobs that will be rejected. You see what I mean? So, and then also the secret is also not to focus on negativity. If something wasn't meant to be yours, if today it wasn't meant for us, the team, to be here to speak to Lush, it wasn't going to happen. But if it was meant to be, and it would happen. So I always have this positive attitude towards life. And I also believe that every no, there's always a yes somehow, somewhere. So to always have that mindset. It's disappointing because if you work so hard on a project and you put all your mind to it, you expect a yes. If you get a no, it's disappointing of course, but you always have to be very creative. Always looking for different ways you can maximize the opportunities, different ways you can get help, and yeah. So I just answer the question is like with every disappointment, I look at it as another opportunity for me to push. For me to push, and yeah. Basically like lemonade.
Great freedom and all that highlights.
Nice, thank you. We're still growing, but I can see progress. I can see from where we started, from just organizing events to now having a project, now to go on the ground, to see the challenges on the ground, and to basically, therefore when I went to February, like the children, I was with them, I had my phone, I said, let's take a selfie. So we took a selfie, they were so happy, just a selfie. Like, they're like, I want to see myself, they look at themselves on my phone, and I'm sure they want to sleep with the shoes on. Just to impact the child like that, it's just everything. We have a long way to go, we have so much to achieve. We come a long way, we also have a long way to go. But so far where we are, I'm just very grateful and very content with it. And we're just now working so hard to push. Any other question, guys? Feel free to grab one. support children in the Congo. And also, if anyone in the shop would like to hear more information about what we're doing, or you would like to attend our event, approach one of our volunteers and ask a question and see how you can help. Thank you so much, Lash, Oxford Street. Thank you for having us.